What if there was an easy way to retire permanently in less than 5 years? How would it change your life? What is the one thing that you must do to retire in less than 5 years? Want to find that out? Well, then hang on till the end of this episode because that is exactly what I'm going to talk about today. So let's get into it. Welcome to episode 51 of the Rohit Radio Show. This is your host Rohit, and I help people achieve the freedom of time, the freedom of money, and the freedom of location so that they can spend more time with their family, travel more, and live a more real and a fulfilling life. In this episode, my goal is to teach you the exact 7-step method that I had used to write down my financial freedom goal, also known as retirement. Just follow these 7 steps and you will be among the top 3% of the people in the world who are destined to retire in less than 5 years from now because of their laser focus on their goal. But before we get into that, I want to invite you to come and attend my free Financial Freedom Masterclass, in which I teach people how to escape the 9-to-5 rat race in less than 5 years. The masterclass is 100% online. It is free. When you sign up, you get your login details and you have lifetime access to it. So go ahead and claim your lifetime access to this masterclass. I will put the link in the description box below. This masterclass will help you get started on your journey towards your goal of your financial independence. Now, just to give you some context here, the correct definition of retirement is when your total monthly passive income becomes equal to or greater than your total monthly expense. That's when you achieve the freedom of time, money, and location. All right, coming back to our topic, would you be interested in retiring from your work in less than 5 years? How would your life be different if you retired in less than 5 years? Have you ever wondered what is the first thing you must do if your goal is to retire in less than 5 years? Here is the answer. The number one thing to do to retire in less than 5 years is to correctly set a financial freedom goal. And in this video, I will be discussing the exact 7-step method that I had used to set my goal of financial freedom. Most people never do this in their entire life. If they ever do it, they end up doing it incorrectly. So please pay attention here. This is going to be extremely important. Brian Tracy says that you cannot hit a target that you cannot see. That's why writing down a financial goal is extremely important. When I first sat down to write my financial goals, I felt lost. I did not know what to do and where to start. So I randomly wrote down a few items. I wrote things like retirement, travel, children's education, children's marriage, medical expenses, saving taxes, emergency funds, a house, a car, a sufficient bank balance, no debt. Those were the 11 items I can recall right off the bat. However, after I wrote those items, I did not know what to do next. Moreover, I felt kind of overwhelmed with all of this. I said to myself, how am I going to do all of this? I also began to question my ability to achieve all of these things. So I kept aside those goals and began to look for a system that would not only help me set goals, but also to achieve them in time. To cut a long story short, after many years of study and research, I came to this conclusion. I don't need 11 different financial goals in my life. I just need to write one that would take care of all the rest of the goals. And this goal is nothing but the goal of financial freedom, the goal of financial independence, the goal to retire early. Basically, all three of these mean the same thing. Brian Tracy says, when you write a goal, it must be very clear, easy to understand, and specific. I literally took that statement to heart and set out to define for myself the concept of retirement and financial freedom. Robert Kiyosaki taught me that financial freedom is when your total monthly passive income either equals or exceeds your total monthly expense. That definition was clear and specific enough for me to write down my goal. I finally felt relieved that I had a goal that was written down. I felt excited by the fact that now I have a clear target to aim at. In this video, I want to share with you the exact 7-step method I had used to arrive at my goal of financial freedom? Here it is. Step number 1, make an unequivocal decision to be financially free. Most people never do this in their entire life. They want to be financially free. If you ask them, they will say yes. However, they haven't made a firm decision yet. They don't have it written down anywhere. Brian Tracy says a goal that is not written down is merely a dream or a wish. You don't want to have a dream or a wish. You need a concrete goal. And for that, you have to make a decision. You have to make a commitment to yourself. You have to become clear on your why. Because in the future, when obstacles eventually come, it is your why that will help you hold your ground. You must also be willing to pay the price to reach that goal. You must acquire new skills. You must network with a lot of people. You must build your personal brand. You have to put in the work to earn the right to be financially free. You must become the person that you are supposed to become to be financially free. It takes sound work ethic and integrity to get there. So make an unequivocal decision based right now to become financially free. Step number 2, learn the correct definition of financial freedom. People have no idea what financial freedom is all about. Some people wait for a pay raise, hoping that one day they will be financially free. They later realize that more salary comes with more work and less freedom of time. Some people want to double their productivity in their business. They later realize that more business means more hours in the business if the business is not automated and properly set up. They find themselves working in the business, not on the business. Some people want to become a millionaire. They don't understand that having money in the bank does not necessarily mean that we are financially free. What is the point in having $1 million in cash if we owe more than that amount to the banks? People have messed up definitions in their minds about financial freedom. Here is the correct definition of financial freedom. Financial freedom comes when your total monthly passive income either equals or exceeds your total monthly expense. It is as simple as that. Financial freedom does not necessarily mean being rich. My life changed when I understood that definition. Nobody, not a single person taught me that in school or in college. I learnt it from my mentor Robert Kiyosaki. And by the way, if we carefully look at this definition of financial freedom, we realize that it is also the definition of retirement. Why would I ever need a job if my passive income takes care of my expenses? So step number 2 is to learn the correct definition of financial freedom. This helps us understand what we are aiming at. Step number 3, calculate your total monthly expense. This is very obvious, right? As per our financial freedom definition, unless we know our total monthly expense, how are we going to aim at our target passive income? This calculation requires us to make a list of every possible expense that we can think of. Split those expenses into one-time and regular and focus only on the regular expenses because that's the money going out every single month. Convert all expenses to a monthly figure. For example, annual medical insurance premium amount can be divided by 12 to get the monthly expense. Follow a similar process for every single item on the list. We need monthly amounts. The sum of all these expenses is our target monthly passive income. We must earn this amount passively per month on an after-tax basis. So step number 3 is to calculate our total monthly regular expense. Step number 4 is to set your target passive income. Write down your precise target passive income that you need to earn every single month. This is the number that is going to set you financially free. Add some buffer to your total monthly regular expense if you have to, but decide on the exact target passive income number. This is the number that you must be laser focused on. This is the number that is going to give you the freedom of time, money, and location. This number gives you absolute clarity about your goal. There is no room for subjectivity here. It is in black and white. So step number 4 is to write down your target monthly passive income number. Step number 5 is to set a deadline on your goal. There is no point in having a goal without a deadline. I recommend putting a deadline of 5 years. This is assuming that you are starting from zero financial education. If you come from a finance background, chances are you will understand something about the world of money and business. In that case, it should not take you more than 5 years to hit your goal of financial freedom. In any given case, the maximum amount of time that you need to achieve your goal is 5 years. That's about the limit of it. A deadline on your goal puts you into action mode. A deadline forces you to think about your financial freedom and your retirement. A deadline fires up your creative imagination. Your deadline holds you accountable. So, step number 5 for you is to write down a deadline as to when you are going to achieve your target total monthly passive income goal. This deadline must be a specific date, preferably 5 years from now. Step number 6, write down your goal in a single sentence. For example, I earn $10,000 per month in after-tax passive income by 31 December 2026. If you notice, the goal is written in positive present tense. The goal is written in such a way as though it is already achieved. We need to write the goal in positive present tense as though it has already been achieved, because we are trying to program our subconscious mind here. We are trying to install this idea into our mind so that our subconscious mind starts giving us ideas on what to do next. Once this idea takes root in your mind, you will begin to notice all kinds of people, resources, and events in your life that are moving you towards that goal. That's the power of writing down a goal on paper. Take the goal out of your head and put it on paper. I recommend that you write down the goal every single day at least once. This will reinforce the goal to yourself. You will know exactly what your goal is. So if you ever find yourself lost in life, come back to this goal. This is what you want to achieve in your life. This is the goal that is going to change your life. This is the financial goal that is going to help you achieve all your other financial goals. Because this is the goal that is going to free up your time so that you can work on bigger and more riskier projects in life. This is a goal that is going to create a permanent asset in your life, which can be passed on to your next generation so that they never have to work again or go out looking for a job. That's the power of writing down a goal. It can change family fortunes. It can create intergenerational wealth. It can create assets in your life which you can bank on for your future. This is the reason why it is extremely important that you write down this goal on paper and you keep writing it every single day. Buy a spiral notebook and start writing your goal every single day, once per day. Keep that spiral notebook with you all the time. If you ever feel confused or lost in your life, just open the book, write the goal again. This will bring your focus back. So that is step number 6. Write down your goal on paper. Step number 7, refine your goal. You will have to become more specific with your goal. Let's look at an example. I earned $10,000 per month after tax passive income by 31 December 2026. The reason why I took that date, 31 December 2026, is because I am recording this in 2021. So when you are writing down this goal, pick a date that is exactly 5 years from now. This goal looks perfect and precise. It has a number in it. It has a date in it. It is very objective. Nobody can dispute this kind of a goal. It is very clear, specific, and precise. However, there is one aspect of financial freedom that is not factored in this goal. Let me give you an example. Consider the below two goals and see if you can spot the difference. I earn $10,000 per month after tax passive income by 31 December 2026. I earn $10,000 per month after tax passive income consecutively for 6 months by 31 December 2026. Can you see the difference? It is not enough to achieve your passive income goal in a particular month and then miss it in the next month or a month after that. There must come a 6-month period in your life when you are consecutively earning $10,000 every single month. Because passive income is variable, right? It can keep changing. So any person who writes this goal must earn at least $10,000 every single month consecutively for 6 months. Only then the goal is achieved. else it is not. That is how I bring precision into writing my goals. It has to be so specific that I should be able to measure it. Let's assume that I achieve this goal for 4 months instead of 6 months, and in the 5th month my target passive income drops below 10,000. That is an event which violates my goal. So now the measurement of my goal starts the next time I earn $10,000 per month. I have to ignore those 4 months in which I made that money. That is how brutally honest we must be with ourselves when it comes to our goals. We must set very high standards for ourselves when we are working towards our goal. The more serious we are about our goal, the more are the chances that it will be achieved in time or before time. So refine your goal as much as you can so that it is not only clear, specific and precise, but it is also accurately measurable. Anything that can't be measured must not be done at all. If you follow this 7-step formula to write down this goal, you don't need to write any other financial goal in your life. This reduces clutter in your life. This reduces the need to write down multiple financial goals in your life because your passive income keeps taking care of all your regular needs that come into your life. Most importantly, your passive income frees up your time, which can now be used to do tasks that are super valuable and risky and which have very high rewards in the short term. When you are working at a 9-to-5 job, you don't have that privilege. You don't have the freedom of time to do what you love to do. That's the power of achieving this goal. It is not about achieving the goal. It is about what happens when you hit that goal. You get the freedom of time, money, and location. That's exactly the time when you can choose to do whatever you want to do in your life. That is when your future begins to become more and more brighter. So just to summarize the 7 steps, here they are again. Make an unequivocal decision to be financially free. Learn the correct definition of financial freedom. Calculate your total monthly regular expense. Set your target monthly passive income. Set a clear deadline on your goal. Write down your goal on paper. Refine the goal to the extent that it becomes accurately measurable. Follow these 7 steps just as I have described here because this is the first thing that you need to do if you wish to achieve financial freedom in less than 5 years. So my question to you is this: do you want to retire in less than 5 years and are you willing to do the work? Let me know in the comment section. I am all ears to your story. If you are truly serious about achieving financial freedom in your life, you will find out the answer to that question and do the right thing for yourself. I have confidence in you. Talking about financial freedom, again, I want to invite you to come and attend my free Financial Freedom Masterclass in which I teach people how to escape the 9-to-5 rat race in less than 5 years. The masterclass is 100% online. It is free. When you sign up, you get your login details and you have lifetime access to it. So go ahead and claim your lifetime access to this masterclass. I will put the link in the description box below. This masterclass will get you started on your journey towards your financial independence. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. I have given you enough food for thought here. I hope you got value out of this. This is your host, Rohit, signing off for now. I will see you same time, same place next week. Bye for now. Take care. Thank you so much.